Now let's talk music. We all love it, but the way we're getting it is changing so quickly. Sometimes it's really hard to keep up with the latest developments. Well, let's try and take you through where we are now. Many of us, of course, still old enough to remember going out to buy our first single or album on good old trusty vinyl. It led to the compilation of the music chart and, of course, the best-selling top 40 singles, like Elton John's Candle in the Wind, the best-selling single of all time. After that, then came the birth, quite recently, of the download single, with people getting their music from the internet. Are you there yet? Well, it's already gone a step further than that, even if you haven't caught up. One of the world's most popular websites, MySpace, has just signed a deal with a group of independent record labels, allowing them to sell their music legally online. All download sales are counted towards the UK music chart from the beginning of this year, legally, making MySpace, which has millions of users, of course, an ideal place to sell downloads.
Well, earlier we spoke to music fan Colin Roberts, who believes the new chart is actually ruining musical culture.
The idea of the charts is to chart which singles are being sold the most. Right now it's just any tracks, and by that you're devaluing albums because people are picking and choosing what they want from albums and saying, right, I'll have those tracks. The idea of an album's being devalued because there's no point in it being there if people are just buying the 4 tracks they've heard on the radio. The idea of the singles being removed because now anything's a single, so what's the point of a singles chart? And to me, you know, you either have one hybrid chart now, which is just tracks, and you forget about albums, and then you lose a massive part of what music's about, or, you know, you stick with this, the original way we had the charts, and I, you know, these rules aren't going to change. I appreciate that.
Well, let's talk this one through now with Joe Murphy, who's the lead singer from the band KOOPA. Is that how I pronounce it, Joe?
That's correct, yes.
KOOPA, spelled with an A.
A K and an A.
A K and an A, worryingly. And you're the first unsigned band to reach the charts on download sales alone. So
yeah, indeed.
Bit of history in the making.
Yeah, basically, they changed the rules at the beginning of this year, actually, so you didn't need CDs out at all as singles. So albums are still the same, so you are going to still be going into shops to buy your CDs as albums go. But yeah, basically downloads count towards the chart, regardless of whether you have a CD in the shop. So we took advantage of that, having a big fan base online. As you mentioned, things like MySpace and things like that got all our fans downloaded, and obviously it's great to see now. Just found out that MySpace is starting to be included in that as well.
You've essentially cut out the middleman.
Yeah, basically.
No music company involved.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. It was just the fact that basically record labels hadn't taken us on until now, kind of thing. You know, it wasn't like we came in here to shake up the industry. We were just lucky that. As things progressed, the deals that were on the table weren't right for us. We released it as these new download rules came out, and it went straight into the top 40.
And normally with the old system, you would be hawking yourself around in front of record companies, and they'd be able to pick whether they wanted your band or another band or whoever had a big fan base. You've turned the tables on the record companies now. You're picking them.
Well, they have been dictating to, you know, I guess, to an extent what people listen to. And now, you know, people have been saying this week, hopefully it'll be a more realistic kind of view of what people listen to, with you know, the new top 40s with these downloads. Yeah, we're not kind of dictating to them. As I say, it was just that the right deal didn't come along. We kept persevering. Obviously, we've still gone round and played the whole country and things like that, gigging, but we don't need to worry about record labels. Now, record labels can see you online straight away, see everything they need, so you don't need to go to some smoky little venue with not a very good sound to impress them, really.
And as you say, you're still producing CDs as such. People, if they want that experience of walking into a music shop, they can still buy Blag, Steal and Borrow, which could be an anthem, actually, for what's happening down on the Devon coast today.
It could be indeed. Well, you know, I think you know, from the points that both chaps are making earlier, is that it's not going to totally die out. You will still go in and, you know, as a musician in a band and with this download thing, I want to be able to go and see my CD on the shelf of HMV. You know, we all do. But
is that still important to you?
Of course,
do you get your music? Do you download from the internet, or do you go into record stores?
I think I'm like most people, and I think that's why we've done what we've done, and we stuck to our guns. Is that I tend to buy the odd song. If it's a song, I go and download it. If it's an album, I'll go and buy it, and I see the support of the band in going to buy it. You know, you want to sit there and read the booklet and see the pictures and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, nowadays singles are more promotional tools for albums, so you might as well be able to download them, getting in the charts where people can hear them. If you like 1 or 2 songs off an album, as they were saying earlier, 6 or 7 quid, you can go out and buy 12 tracks. You know, it used to be $3.99 for a single, so...
Makes sense. Joe Murphy from KOOPA, and if you want to listen to Joe, Blag, Steal and Borrow, just search for that on the internet, I suppose.
KOOPAtheband.com.
KOOPAtheband.com, no less. OK, Joe Murphy, thanks very much indeed. There's the website, indeed. Look to them.
This is Sky News.